All right, I think we're gonna get started. Welcome everybody. First game, fall season. It's always a little hectic the first times we try to figure out what we're doing, but Rita, how are you? Good. Is someone really ringing the door? It's got to be Deacon.
It might be. He's not there.
It could be. It is. He's right there. All right, everybody. Welcome to Fall 21 Overwatch season. We got new people. We got. What do you go by? Granddad or just Mike or Pop? Pop Pop. Pop Pop. You got Pop Pop here. That's what I called my grandfather. So. Anyway, so Ivan, let's go to welcome. What do we have to say here? New graphics. Did you notice it's a cell? Nick called out right away. It's a cell. It's a cell. I'm like, oh, okay. So, again, as I've said, for those of you that are new, you haven't heard all this before, but for those of you who've been here before, we mostly grow through word of mouth. So I appreciate if you see our posts, share them, reshare them, put them in groups. Like I can't get into some of the groups like the Downingtown Parents and the other things. So put them in there. Reviews on Google or Facebook, and referrals, of course, if you're part of our loyalty program. Every referral gets you like $10 off, and there's no limit to that. So that's it. I'm going to shut up on that. Thank you for your support. So today is a friendly, meaning it doesn't count towards our schedule, or towards their rankings. And first up, we're going to do a best of 3 today. We're going to do payload. Then we're going to follow with hybrid, and if we need it, we're going to do control points. We're going to mix it up a little bit today, and the kids are going to pick they're going to pick the map, sort of. So let's go ahead and bring in the teams. All right, first up, let's bring in Pumpkin. On damage, we've got Deacon. Come on in, Deacon. We've got Harrison. Welcome, Harrison. On tank, I've got something wrong. We've got Ethan. Welcome, Ethan. Over there. Not Milo. Who's our other tank? Anders. We got Anders. I have no idea how I messed that up. And on support, we got Peyton. Come on out, Peyton. And bringing up the rear at 6 foot 8 inches tall, we've got Will. Come on out, Will. Just so everybody's aware, Peyton and Will are in the same class. Just so. No, I'm just kidding. All right, that is our pumpkins. You like pumpkin? You like that name? It's Halloween. Yeah, the 3 clowns. All right, let's bring out the competitors. Today we've got the archers. So for the archers, on damage, we've got Arlo. Come on out, Arlo. Right next to Will. For subbing for Owen today, we've got Xavier. Come on out, Xavier. And on tank, we've got Matthew. Also on tank, we got Luca. Come on out, Luca. On support, we've got Holden. Come on out, Holden. And finally, bringing up the rear, we've got Julie. Welcome, Julie. Those are our archers. All right, guys, so you know, guys and girls, it is a best of 3. This match is going to be, what are we doing first? Payload. So escort the payload. All right. In payload, though, let me move this up here. So first match is payload. This is a friendly. Doesn't count towards your regular season. Got it? Okay. So who are your team captains? Will and Julie. All right, come over here, you two. Now, Julie, I want you to call this in the air. Ready? Heads or tails? Heads it is. All right. Can you bring up the maps? All right. So, hold on. These are the maps for escorting the payload. Julie, remove 1. Remove 1. Junkertown, removed. Will, remove 1. Route 66 is gone. Julie. Grotto is gone. Havana is gone. And Julie, what are we playing? Waltz Point, Gibraltar. So we are playing Rialto. Back to the thing. All right, remember, guys, best of 3. Let's go do player code. All right, do you all remember your player code? Yeah. I started messing with the... One more. There you go, right there. Perfect. All right. Players, you remember your player code of conduct? Basically, try to be the best version of yourselves. You were helping lift each other up, not knocking each other down. So no toxic stuff. Xavier, shut your mouth. Never cheat. Respect your coaches. Respect your teammates. Respect, I guess I'm the judge. Respect your opponents and, of course, your parents. All right, players, if you're ready, go ahead and take your seat. We're playing Rialto. That was good. It's good, sort of. Okay. So, do you remember what your player is? Okay. You'll be able, for those of you that are new, you'll be able to see your player. They don't see their own faces on the screen, so it's not blocking their view. How are you, Christine? It's not blocking their view. They don't see it. This screen here will be an overview screen. For those of you that are not familiar, Ivan does a really good job. That's Ivan, by the way, back there. So everybody say hi to Ivan. Ivan does a really good job of moving around so you can get an overview of what's going on. I have no idea how these games are going to go. Sometimes they're like, and we're done in 20 minutes. Sometimes we're like, the other teams are here waiting to play. So we'll see. All right, yes. I don't know how you're going to. Javier is on Archer. That can't be right. Yeah. Shadow Dragon over here. Maple Stick on the right. All new names for us to know? All. So Wobbertooth on the right. And Archer. Wait. I think we're good. Magic Gnome is Arlo. Arlo is right there. Yep. So you got Arlo, you got Holden, Matthew, Luca, Julie, and Xavier filling in for Owen. And on this side, we've got Peyton and Deacon, the Unabomber, Harrison, Anders, Will, and Ethan. Got it? All right. I think we're ready. Let's go. Okay. Who needs help with this game? Who knows this game? Who doesn't know this game and how it works? So, Dads, you're good? You know Overwatch? Okay. You go by Pop? One Pop. You know Overwatch? You know how it works? You play it? Good. All right. We are, by the way, we stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch now, so you can find us just about anywhere.
Ready for battle.
All right. So, payload. The idea, remember, on payload is these guys are going to attack the payload. They're going to defend. Their job is to keep that payload from moving forward. Their job is to move the payload forward. There will be 3 checkpoints. This team can get a total of 3 points in this round, and then we swap. So these guys are out first, setting up their defenses. and then they'll be allowed out in 13 seconds. On this map, the team on the right is red on the middle map, and they're blue.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
There's our payload.
Stop the payload.
So if they can get on that payload and move it forward, checkpoint 1 will get them 1 point, checkpoint 2 will get them a second point, and checkpoint 3 will get them a third point. They have 3 minutes and 38 seconds to get there. If they to get the first checkpoint. If they don't make it, we swap sides, and then it's about distance. In practice, we practice different maps and different game modes. So they practice this map a little bit. We only had 1 week of practice. They'll get more in line, in tune with each other as we move through the season. But they learn the map. They learn the game mode. So what they're learning is where the choke points are, where they can ambush, where it's a good place to push forward, or where you can fall back. So you can see there's the payload there. Whether it's moving forward or not, it's contested right now. If you look at each player's screen, you will see in the middle bottom of their screen a percentage that's rising. That percentage is also up here. That tells you their ultimate, how far their ultimate is charged. Their ultimate gives them a special power. So as an example, 46%. I won't tell you when ultimates are charged. I may point, but they listen. So I won't tell you. Last season I was like, oh yeah, Gavin's ultimate's charged. And they're like, hey, Gavin's ultimate's ready. So when an ultimate is charged, it will show up as a check mark in this list up here. So the archers are doing a good job keeping them off the payload, and so now time has progressed. It's moving back very slowly. Very slowly it moves backwards. It moves forward much more quickly.
I am unstoppable. Meteor strike.
So big push here, 1 minute and 35 seconds. Yeah, Harrison's. So that's Harrison, who just got eliminated, but he took out a number of players. Harrison's first season ever playing Overwatch was last season. And I'm pretty sure he dropped out of school to play, focus his career on it at this point. Yeah, I know.
60 seconds.
So, less than a minute. And the archers are doing a really good job. That payload is almost back to the start. Remember, this is a friendly. Yeah, they're getting stuck inside their spawn. So when they die, they respawn. They're getting stuck in their respawn area. 20 seconds left. Someone asked me how long matches go. They can be really long. They can be really short. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Oh no, there was an ultimate. So as long as Pumpkins can stay on that payload, it'll stay in overtime. They have 3 moving it forward. Maybe it's the name. Maybe I need to change their name. What's that? Yeah, Jacqueline. The logo for Pumpkins is pretty good. It's just not.
Meteor strike.
So they're moving it forward. They have 3 on it right now. Pay attention to ultimates. They're pushing it. They're moving it forward. 2 on it. Remember, it'll stay in overtime as long as they stay on the payload. They had 4 minutes to do it earlier. But, you know. So first checkpoint is actually underneath there, that square. That is a great choke point, so let's see what happens here. Now it's a battle. This is probably the last battle. Either they'll make the checkpoint or the game will be over. You see the X's? A whole bunch of archers taken out, but you've got Ashblade and Javier on it. And there it goes. They made the checkpoint. So 1 point. 1 point for the archers. I got it. I'm sorry, 1 point for the pumpkins, right? So it's not over. So you see they got additional time. Never seen that one before. That's a first for us. And now they're at one checkpoint. They're halfway to the second checkpoint already with 2 minutes to go. Pumpkin's apparently a little slow starter. Yeah. You want to have a game go long? Go to overtime every single round. So again, they have 5 players moving the payload forward, 6 on the payload. Uh-oh, there's an ultimate. Boom. But they survive. They reached the second checkpoint. That's 2 points. We were done, right? Weren't we done? They had moved it all the way back to the beginning. Yeah. So now they have 2 minutes to move to the third checkpoint. So for those of you who aren't aware, now when pumpkins die, they have to go back to their spawn point, which is far away, right? Archers, when they died, their checkpoint, their spawn point is much closer to the payload. So they'll get back much more quickly to defend. Whereas archers, it will take longer. Sorry, pumpkin, it'll take longer. Arlo doing a great job over there. It's unbelievable. They have to make it right into the center of there. You see that rectangle? Big battle here. One minute, 12 seconds left. Remember, archers respawn very close to the payload now. They're right back on it. Pumpkins have to go further.
60 seconds.
And now it creeps backwards slowly. Archer's doing a good job now holding them. Coming up on 30 seconds left. Archer's pushing way forward now, trying to keep them from getting anywhere near the payload. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds remaining. And here they come for a final push. All of them in. Ultimates used. This could be the final battle. Missed an ultimate there. It's in overtime. Again, as long as pumpkins stay on, it stays in overtime. Uh-oh. That could do it. 5 out. That's going to do it. And it's over. Holy cow, that was unbelievable. I jinxed it. Oh.
0 to 2. Switches.
All right, so what happened now is Pumpkins got 2 points, and they made it 75.71 meters.
Initiating match.
Now we switch sides. So Archers will go after it and try and move it forward. Pumpkins will try to defend. This is round 1, remember. This is game 1, best out of 3. So if Archers can get the 2 points and move it 75.72 meters, then we go to a third tiebreaker. Or they win, right? They win. Yeah, they win.
Ready for
And we
battle.
move on to our next map, which is a hybrid. However, if they cannot, Pumpkins will take the first point.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Would you like to see my muscles?
I don't know.
Like to see my muscles?
So, out comes Pumpkins. Who was that, Ivan? Do you know?
5, 4,
So, in 3 seconds, they'll be let out,
1.
and they will attack.
Attackers incoming.
Same everything. They've got their defenses set up,
Stop the payload.
and here we go. And the payload moves forward. So, I don't know who here knows my son and how he plays Overwatch, but he just said cautious. And that's funny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Xavier's the one who goes straight in. Like, damn the torpedoes, go. Like,
Meteor strike.
all right. So far, Archer doing a good job moving the payload forward. If they can get the checkpoint, they get extra time, as opposed to the Pumpkins who were out of time and only got the minimum allowed time to move to the next checkpoint. So the faster you move, the more time you get. You want to keep banking that time, because as you get to the end, it gets a lot harder. So several Archers taken out there, 4 down. 5 down, 1 left. Should go back and regroup. So in terms of players, remember we have 2 damage players. Their job is to damage the other team. You got 2 tanks. Their job is mostly shields. They do a lot of damage as well, but they're shields. That's their special ability. And then 2 support players, and they're healers. It takes teamwork to win these maps, to win these matches. Everybody has a role to play, and they need to play it well. And they learn, you know, if 3 people get taken out, fall back as a team and go back in as one. Better to go back in as one. Doing 1 at a time or 2 at a time, you're never going to be successful. Big attack by the Archers.
Meteor strike.
Shadow Dragon out, Whoppertooth out, Anders out, Maple Stick almost got, Maple Stick's out. 1-8 and 1-2 almost out. And the payload moves forward. Coming up on 1:19 to go, 1:15. And looks like they're going to give up. No, I thought they were going to give up the point. It literally needs to go 0.87 meters for them to get the point. And they have a minute to get this point. There it is. So, Archers get their first point. You notice how much time they have now. 3 minutes and 18 seconds. So they have more time than Pumpkins had to get there because of the overtime. They ran out of time in the first match, or the first checkpoint. Yes, on their icons, yeah. Arlo playing my favorite character. One of my favorite characters.
Meteor strike. Vamos,
Огонь по готовности.
Pretty even battle there. This is a big battle to take each other out. Multiple archers out. Multiple pumpkins down. What's that? Yeah. There'll be yes. Next season, turkeys. Wait till we get to February and they're going to be like Easter Bunny and Team Keep It. I'm sure that'll fly. The snowflakes, yes. Yes, there you go. Drew's got his, right? All right, there's the checkpoint right there. 53 seconds to move that forward to the checkpoint. And they'll get the second point. And they do. So now all they need to do is get 75.72 meters. And it's 2 points each. So now the line here is not at the end. That's as far as they have to get. They get that far, they get the first point, and we game two. You notice where they tend to stop, right? Where there's high ground, where they can pinch them in a little bit. Turns are always a challenge. Once you get inside, it gets a lot more difficult. Remember, we're getting closer and closer to where pumpkins respawn, so it'll take longer for the archers to get to it, and pumpkins will respawn quickly. That mark right there shows as far as they have to get. That highlighted area. If they reach that highlighted area, it's all over, and archers get the point.
60 seconds remaining.
And they've got a minute to do it. They're getting close, 44 seconds. They're at 70.51. And, oh, that was close. Under staying on it.
30 seconds remaining.
27 seconds. Wobber's back. They have to stay on that payload. 17 seconds. 16. 15.
10 seconds.
It's high time.
That might do it. It's still contested. 1.29 meters. It has to move. Matthew's ultimate.
Meteor strike.
We're in overtime. It's still there, you know. Crazy battle here. Oh, He moved it just a little bit, 0.66 meters. They got to get in and get closer. All the archers still there. Bang, 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 that did it.
Victory.
Archers win. Holy cow.
Play of the game.
Player of the game, Shadow Dragon. Which one was Shadow Dragon? Harrison.
It's high time.
Middle? Yes. In the middle on the left. Wow. So while it looks 2-2, it actually, the point goes to archers. So now we go to game 2. So this will time out, and then we'll go to game 2, which is hybrid. What time is it? We got plenty of time. Rocket League games don't start till noon, so we've got a little extra time. All right, I need Julie and Will. Yeah. All right, quickly. Will, call it in the air. Heads.
I get first one. Okay.
Eliminate. If you eliminate one, you eliminate both, by the way. What's gone? Okay, Numbani's out. Blizzard World, both out. Hollywood, both out. Eichenwald's out. And so it's Kings Row. All right, Kings Row. Yeah. And here we go. Okay, parents, for those who may not be aware,
Now
and Pop-Pop.
entering King's
So this is hybrid. This is a little different. So before they start moving the payload, they have to control it. So they have to gain control of that payload. That's their first point, gain control. And then there's 2 more points they can get to move it forward. But the first thing they got to do is actually control that payload and own it. Big battles happen right there because they don't even own it.
ready
So
for battle.
that white box is where the payload will be. These guys are stuck. They're the ones that are going to try and control the payload first, pumpkins, and move it forward. They're defending. So the defenders get to go out early, set up their defenses,
You want a bandage for that?
and then we start.
Hello.
You do a really good job at this, better than me.
3, 2,
All right, we're going to work on that.
incoming. Defend objective
The goal here, what I was saying was, is to get the kids eventually to run the board, to run the production, to do the play-by-play, because I'm not good at it. What's that? I'm not bad. Right. So, to gain control of that objective, you see the A with 33%, 33%, 33%. They have to get through all 3 of those to hold it. It'll happen very quickly. The reason for the 3 checkpoints is once they get to check it off on one, it'll stay there.
Hello.
All right, regroup, and here they come. So Pumpkin's got a slow start in the first map, but ended up going almost to the end. Let's see how they do on the second one.
honesty.
A pretty even fight.
Dream of a Weddick. I
Uh,
am unstoppable.
Pumpkins took the short end of that one, though. $145 left to go. There are just a couple of ways out to get to this location. And Pumpkins need to regroup. Anders taken out. They need to come in as a group here.
60 seconds.
Less than a minute. What's that? Yeah. Well, they're running down. 4 of them knocked out. 5 of them knocked out. So they're going to have basically 1, maybe 2 more chances. This is a rough one. It's hard to get through that area. It's a really good choke point.
30 seconds remaining.
24 seconds left. It's not looking good for Pumpkins this time. The strategy of wait till the end. Oh, so there you go. Somebody snuck around back and they got in. Let's see how they can survive. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 1. They're in. It's contested 4. We're in overtime. Yeah. Doesn't seem. So the numbers tell you how many people are. They got 2 in. 3. First checkpoint. You're kidding me. 4 in. Second checkpoint. I have never seen this before. This is our 4th season of Overwatch. In all those games, this is never. Yes. So they got the first point. The procrastinators. Yeah. So now there's 2 points left for them to get, but they don't have a ton of time. I know. Healer. Support players will see when their teammates are critical, and so they can get to them and heal them. The yellow stuff that you see there is that they're being healed when you see the yellow crosses coming up. Seconds remaining. They've got a ways to go, but remember, they can do it. We've seen them do it now. Yeah. This is the old saying, it's not over till it's over. This really applies for these guys. Thirty seconds. Wow, a bunch of them taken out there. Maple Sticks, Shadow Dragon out. 10 seconds. attention to ultimates. 1 second. We're in overtime. Nope. Not going to happen this time.
Огонь по готовности.
Under's out. See it going down. They're not going to make it. All right, 1 point. 1 point for Pumpkins. Yeah. And so they got 1 point, and they moved the payload 56.72 meters. So, now switch sides and see how this goes.
Initiating match.
Hey, Will, you guys know you can start playing as soon as the game starts, right? Twice in a row, and never has happened before for us. They are saying, at least they're self-aware, yes. All right, so here's the deal. If archers can get control of the payload and move it 56.72 meters, it's over, and they win both points for the day. So they win the day. Now remember, it's just a friendly, so it doesn't count towards their rankings, but just morale. Yes. All right, so Pumpkins are out. They are defending, setting up their defenses in 9 seconds. Archers will be out the door.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And here we go.
Objective
So Red Reaper do down there. This is a choke point right here. So he had his shield here. They're hiding behind the wall, trying to break through here. Javier Corgi makes it through. He's in. It's contested. That gives them an opportunity. They have to fall back now. Pumpkins have to fall back. Didn't work. There's a good chance. But what they want to do is break through there, get somebody through so that the Pumpkins have to fall back, and then they can take the... Three minutes to go. They're through the wall. Anders pushes through. Red Reaper in. It's contested. So it's 3 in, 2 in. Ashplay trying to hold them back through there so they can't come back in. They got the first check mark. Oh, contested. Second check mark.
Meteor strike.
Uh-oh.
objective lost.
So they get the first point.
Stop.
Now all they need to do, yes. So archers need to move that payload to that yellow mark. Look. They have 4 minutes and 17 seconds to do it. Yes, there was a team kill there, wasn't it? I thought I heard the bell. So if you hear the bell ring, you heard that big bell? That's a team kill. That means the entire team was wiped out. And here we go, big battle. That's as far as they have to get, that highlighted area with the diagonal lines. That's as far as they need to go. And that's it. And that's game, folks. That's game, set, and match. Archers win it. So Archers take the
Play of the game.
player of the game, Red Reaper. Luca, player of the game. All right.
Epic.
And they vote up their. This is one of the positive things. They vote. They all choose to vote up a player. All right, everybody, come on out. Let's bring out the pumpkins first. Come on, pumpkins. Yes. Deacon, Harrison, Peyton, Anders, Ethan, Will, GG. That was fun. Nice game. Good first match. All right, let's bring out the victors. We've got the archers. Come on out, archers. We got Julie, Xavier, Matthew, Holden, Luca, and Arlo. You guys win. Congratulations. Well done. Unfortunately, none of that counts because this was exhibition match. So, yeah. But, all right, players. So, what'd you think? Yeah, pretty good? All right. So, what do you say? What do you say to each other? GG. That's right. All right. Your parents? We've got practice this week. We got things to work on, right? Like start the game when the game starts. I'm just saying, you know. That was unbelievable. All right. So you guys are done. If you could go back and just log out of your Overwatch account and head out the door, we got to get the next group in. Thank you very much. Good game. That was exciting. Thank you, parents. Jeff was ahead of the game. All right, I think we're going to get started. I'm going to stop that. Well, reset. Maybe I'm... All right, so we're going to get started. So let's start with the welcome. Welcome, everybody. This is our fall season. This is our fourth season, I think, of Overwatch. Fourth season, right? We had great matches earlier today. The one match twice in a row. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. It's crazy. But so welcome. Thank you for your support. Thank you for trusting us with your children. I appreciate it. We live by referrals and your help. So if you see us on Facebook and everywhere else, if you could share our posts, especially in the private groups that we don't have access to, that'd be great. Reviews on Google and Facebook, and referrals. If you're part of our loyalty program, it says Elite Loyalty on the website. Join that. It's free. If you refer people, you get $10 credit for every person that you refer to us. So I'll shut up now. All right. So today's matches are friendlies. They are exhibition season. This is preseason for this first week. So they don't count. We're going to go ahead and get our teams out, though. We're going to do best of three, payload, hybrid, and control points. So first up, let's bring out our ninjas. Come on out, ninjas. On damage, we've got Drew. Come on out, Drew. And we've got Lee. Come on out, Lee. On tank, we've got, that's totally wrong. We've got Milo. Come on out, Milo. I totally messed this up. And we've got Kieran. Come on out, Kieran. And on support, we've got the brothers. We've got Evan. Come on out, Evan. And we've got Austin. Come on, Austin. Austin's our green screen for the day. These are your ninjas. All right, I think next we've got the Plague. I know. I also have pumpkins, so for Plague on damage, we've got Benny. Come on out, Benny. We've got Xavier. Come on out, Xavier. And that's your support player, Gavin, right there. On tank, we got Brody. Come on out, Brody. We've got Vinny. Come on out, Vinny. Look at that excitement. And our other support, Andrew's not here today, and filling in for support, we've got Peyton. Come on out, Peyton. Welcome, Peyton. All right. Let's go code first. So players, it's a best of three. We're going to do payload, escort the payload. Then we're going to do hybrid, and if we need a third match, it'll be control points. So do we know our player code of conduct? Yes. Basically, at the end of the day, treat others how you want to be treated. Try to be the best version of yourselves. We're not toxic. Help each other. We lift each other up. We're all part of one community here at Uplink, right? Respect your coaches. Respect your teammates. Respect your opponents, your parents, your teachers. Everybody. Got it. All right? Good. All right. First match is payload. I need the team captains. Drew, you're the captain. Gavin, you're the captain. You want to switch over for us? All right. So, team captains. Come on. All right, team captains. This is how it works. Gavin, you call it. It's heads. You get to pick. I asked him to call it. All right. Drew, remove one map. Remove one map. Not doing Rialto. Gavin, remove one map. We are not doing Rialto. You have to take Rialto out. Yeah. All right, Drew, remove one map. Gibraltar is out. Gavin. Removed Junkertown. I love Junkertown. And remove Route 66. We're playing in Havana. All right. You ready? Take your seats. So we are playing Havana. My favorite maps, Route 66 and Junkertown. You're right. I'm not playing. Okay, so this takes us a minute, especially because it's our first week and we've got some new players. But I will take care of getting the team set up. We're gonna have ninjas over here, plague over there. Well, this will take us a minute. So our first map is payload. What that means is one team will defend a payload. The other team will try to attack it and move it forward. In order for it to move forward, they have to push all the other players off of it to move it forward. It will move faster if they have up to 3 players on it. So 1 player moves at 1 speed, 2, 3 it moves fast. More than that, it stays the same speed. Easy peasy. So we're missing 2. We got 1, 1, 1, 6, used whale, 1, 2. There's Milo, and we need 1 more. Greasy Kiki. Who's Greasy Kiki? Anybody know who Greasy Kiki? Kieran. Greasy Kiki. That's the one I'm picking on this season. Last season it was our used whale. This time it's our Greasy Kiki. I think we're ready. All right, here we go.
Traveling to Havana. Initiating match.
What's that? I didn't hear you. It is, I'll know in a second. I think so. Ready. Right.
Ready for battle.
Okay, so ninjas, right? Ninjas? Okay. So ninjas, they're out first. They're setting up their defense. They're going to defend the payload. They get no points this round. All they're trying to do is stop the other team from getting points. Got it?
I've still got it.
This team, payload is...
I've still got it.
Okay. This team is going to be let out in 14 seconds. In 14 seconds, they'll go out. They're going to attack. They're going to try and control the payload and move it forward. And here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
And here we go. If they can move the payload, 3 checkpoints, 3 points. That's the goal. Get it all the way through. So far, they're doing a good job. They've got 4 on it. And 2 already. They don't see this on their screen, by the way. They're not being blocked by the camera view. Only we get to see that. In the middle bottom of their screen, you see a percentage. That's their ultimate. That's their special power. You see that percentage up top as well. If there's an X underneath them, they were eliminated and have to respawn into the game. Their ultimate gives them a special power. I won't tell you who has ultimates. I might point to it, but I won't say anything because they hear me.
Go on. Go on. I can
2
wait.
damage players. Their job is to damage the other team. 2 tanks. They do damage as well, but their job is to put up the shields, as you see those shields up. And then 2 support players. Their job is to heal their teammates. It takes teamwork for this to work. First checkpoint is that circle. And 3, 2, 1. First point. And that was Plague, right? Got the first point? So Plague gets first point. They're doing a good job moving the payload forward. They now got extra time, and they have 4 minutes and 40 seconds to get to the second checkpoint.
Go on. I can wait.
When the game starts, the team that's attacking, when they die, they respawn very close to where the payload is. As the payload moves through the map, it gets closer to the defending team's respawn point. And so as you get to the end, the defenders can get back on the payload very quickly. So big back here. practice different maps and teamwork in our practices, and they learn on different maps where the choke points are, where they're good ambush points, how to work together. You'll notice that if 2 or 3, they might all fall back. Everybody fall back and regroup and go in as one. So you might see that payload move forward. They're going to give up the second point here and prepare for their final battle. So 2 points for Plague so far. And they have 4 minutes and 45 seconds to get the third point. They're doing a good job moving through the process here. Again, ultimates are check marks on the center screen.
Stupidity is number one.
So you see that versus that, and you see they have all 6 on the payload moving it forward.
Is my will.
Plague not having many issues here moving this forward. And they're talking to each other. Yes, they're on headsets communicating back and forth. Some of them we hear out here. Julie, we usually can hear Julie out here. Benny, we hear out here. And they get all 3 points. And had 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining.
Score.
What's that?
0-3.
It's a lot of time remaining.
Sides.
So a lot of time remaining. Let's see how they
Initiating
do.
match.
Now we switch sides.
Ready for battle.
So right now, Plague has all 3 points. The goal for Ninja, so Plague will now defend. They'll have 30 seconds to set up their defenses, and then Ninja will attack. So they're defending. They're out getting their setup done. In 27 seconds, they'll be able to go out and attack. So here we go. Same thing. Reverse this.
Stop the payload.
So Ninjas need to get all 3 points for us to go to a tiebreaker round. If they don't get all 3 points, then Plague will win this round and we go to our second game. So they got 3 on there. Greasy Kiki leading the pack with our used whale. No one's on the payload, which is a problem for them. Someone needs to be on the payload. They pushed up too far. Someone's got to stay on that payload to move it forward. Checkpoint 1 is that circle. Looks like the Plague was holding back, letting them get that point so they could get up, set up for the second one. So, oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Plague ambushed them right at the end with literally 1.26 meters to go and took out most of the ninjas. That's an ultimate right there. 4 now down, and they get the first point. So Ninja gets a point. First checkpoint. Now we go inside and around the corner. No one's on the payload again.
Got you in my sights.
No one on the payload. That could come back to bite them. That's something we're gonna talk about in practice this week. Somebody's got to stay on that payload to move it forward. They're getting too far ahead of it and wasting time. This is always a good choke point because the defending team can get the high ground. Almost a team kill. Multiple ninjas wiped out there. And Plague pushed way forward. So now the payload starts to move backwards, creep backwards slowly. Ninjas regroup. So big battle here.
Into the iris.
Ninjas knocked out, so another battle, regroup, and another battle.
Check this out.
It is hard to find a good spot to watch. There are 12 other screens. So Plague doing a good job holding them back. Ninjas really need to get this moving. They got 1:44 to get it to the second checkpoint.
Got you in my sights.
Coming up on a minute left. Now, if they get to that checkpoint, they get extra time. So it's each checkpoint gives you extra time.
60 seconds remaining.
So it's basically almost back to the checkpoint. It won't go back any further than that. But they've got 45 seconds to get on this and get it moving.
Seconds remaining.
30 seconds remaining. Seconds.
10 seconds remaining.
If ninjas can get on that payload, it'll go into overtime. Well's almost out. Jeff's out. We're in overtime. As long as someone from Ninja stays on that payload, it stays in overtime. If the play can knock him off, overtime is over. Used Whale down. 1-1 down. Greasy Pinky down. This might do it. And that does it. So, Plague takes game 1. So Plague wins game 1. We move on now. Uplink 1-6, play of the game. That was Lee. Left-hand side, bottom. 10-player kill streak. That was Lee, play of the game. All right, I need my 2 captains quickly. I need Drew and Gavin. Gavin. All right. Job. All right, next map is, so it's for parents. Hybrid means instead of just getting to the payload and moving it, they have to gain control of it first. That's their first point. Get control of it and then move it for 2 points. So, you picked first, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes, we take out both. Gavin, you pick first. Blizzard World, both are out. Kings Row, both out. Numbadi, out. Eichenwald is out. We're playing Hollywood. Play the Halloween. All right, take your seats. It's Hollywood. So, again, there's still 3 points available. One team defends, the other attacks, and then we swap sides. Difference in this game from the first game is that they have to control that payload before they can start moving it. Got it? You want to do this? You totally can.
Initiating match.
All right, they have 15 minutes left to assemble their heroes. Remember, 2 damage, 2 support, 2 tanks. You hate maps, is that what you said?
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So 20 seconds until they come out. In other news, this week was our first week of our iRacing season for adults. Mr. Mealy back there, Pops, came in first for the week. John came in fourth in what was a horrible track, and they picked a worse track for this coming week.
Attackers
No, I did not pick it. I was against that track. We're going to race Watkins Glen this week.
I can wait.
All right, here we go. Now remember, they have to control this payload first. That means, so there's this, see this A right here? The team that is attacking, they have to get all their people on it, or at least one, without anybody else from the other team, and it will start to gain control. It'll fill these little free things. So that area right there is where the payload is. That's the payload. We're in Hollywood, right? So it's an old style limousine. So the red team needs to get in there and kick the other team out. You see they have, it's contested, but Uncorked is in. It starts to build. So they got the first check mark. It's broken up into thirds. second check mark. All 6 of them on it. The other team needs to regroup. They're going to get the first point. And now they move the payload.
Stop the payload.
Come on. I can wait.
So they already got point 1. Now it's the same thing, but only 2 more points available. So they got the first point, 2 more points. This map sometimes goes very quickly.
Meteor strike.
So, payload, they're moving the payload pretty quickly. Heading towards that first checkpoint, 4 of them taken out. First checkpoint right here. 4 minutes left. And they get the second point. That's Benny. We can always hear Benny. All right. So they now they move that so quickly, which happens often in this map. They have 5 minutes to get through to the final checkpoint. And there's the final checkpoint. Got all 3 points. So Plague gets the 3rd point.
2-3. Switching sides.
And now we switch sides.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
All right, so now
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Plague goes out, sets up their defenses. Ninjas will attack. So parents, there's a reason why this is exhibition week. My goal, having balanced teams, we may make a few trades over the weekend to level these teams out a little bit.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
Let's see how Ninja
Defend
does.
objective A.
So again, they have to control the payload. far, Ninja's not having a lot of luck getting in there. They're a little separated. You notice they're kind of all over the map. They need to regroup. Easy peasy knocked out. They're getting close. Maple Stick stays in. They need to clear Maple Stick out. They do. Easy peasy made it back in. It's contested again. 4 in. They start to gain control. So they got the first check mark. 111 made it back in. Here comes an ultimate in. Another ultimate. They almost got the second check mark. 4 in, the second check. And they're going to get the point. So Ninjas get the point. And now they move the payload. Yes. Don't get off the payload. Get on that payload. All right, they got 3 minutes and 20 seconds. They actually fell back. Ninjas fell back instead of pushing forward, and Plague gains control of the payload. They were through that door. There's a good stun, a big takedown for Ninjas. 4 out. And they move the payload forward. Uncorked up top. Whoops. Sorry. Nobody on the payload. Ninja's got to work on their communication, make sure somebody stays on that payload.
The power of destruction.
So Ninjas regroup. And another attack. Yeah, there's a rivalry here. Drew used Whale on the left on Ninjas, and Javier Corgi on the right-hand side, middle left, are friends and tend to go after each other. 1:30 remaining, and the payload creeps backwards. They're going to need to get on top of that thing, get it moving forward.
The power of destruction.
Big move for the Plague. 1, 2, 3 down, 4 down. 60 seconds remaining. Almost a team kill for the Plague. That was almost a team kill for Plague. Ninjas all have to regroup now. 1-6. Should have fallen back, but he ended up getting taken out. And so one more push.
my
They're going to have
will.
one more push to try and get this payload moved forward.
30 seconds remaining.
This might be it. Last push for the ninjas. Greasy Kiki out. 1-2 out. Xavier out. Uncorked out. But it looks like this battle's going to go to the ninjas. Milo gets in there for just a second to move it forward. 1. And that does it.
Victory.
Plague wins. And Plague takes the day. 2-0.
Play of the game.
Play of the game, Javier Corgi as Genji. Well, he almost got a team kill on his own there. That was... All right, so Plague takes the day. Ninja. That'll do it. All right, let's get the ninjas out here. Come on out, ninjas. All right, we got Drew. That's it. Kieran, come on, let's go. Walk. Kieran, Lee, Evan, and Austin, and Milo. There are your ninjas. GG. GG, not to be today. Let's go ahead and bring out the Plague. They are a plague. Look at them. Gavin, and Brody, and Benny, and Peyton, and Xavier, and Vinny. GG. What do you guys say to each other? GG, that's right. Now remember, this was just an exhibition match, so none of this counts. But it was a good first start. It was practice for me as well to make sure this all worked. So, all right. So you say GG to each other. What do you say to your parents? Thank you to your parents. Thank you. We'll see you at practice this week. All right. Thank you. Good game. GG. Thank you, parents.